So, Neil, you gave a New Year's resolution earlier today and you asked for an away league goal, and it's been 128 days since the last away league goal. How do you feel after today?
Just made up with the performance, really. We always knew it was going to be tough coming here this afternoon. You know, Warrington are probably in a similar vein of form as ourselves, and having similar issues. And I think it's the level, you know, if I'm honest. And, you know, I think, again, I don't know because I've not spoken to him about it, but Paul's interviews are very similar to mine, I think, each week, in both trying to recruit players, you know, who can assist and help. But made up with us today. And as you say, it's been a long time since Buxton when we scored 2 goals, and I'm just made up you know, the fans here this afternoon were fantastic. Bit of a lump in the throat there coming off at the end with the noise, and you know, it's just good to be able to get them a result because we haven't been far away, as we all know, in recent weeks. I think certain people and you know, have jumped on that and thought it's worse than what it is, but it's a tough league, you know. And from my perspective, I'm just made up for the players, really, because it's Christmas. You know, particularly from a managerial perspective, you don't have much of a Christmas, particularly when you're not winning. You know, trying to get your team ready for the next game, and Christmas, Boxing Day, it's a bit unfair on the family, if I'm honest. But I'm just made up that we've managed to get over the line today.
How would you describe the 2 goals that you saw in the first half? As I was talking to you now with the first question, I saw a tweet come up on my phone of James Brown saying that it was his goal, and everyone said it was a Dramatics goal. So
definitely James Brown.
Yeah,
definitely James Brown. Made up for James. I think he's got 3 goals now from fullback. You know, we talked about 2 sitters being a little bit deeper to protect and get our fullbacks on a little bit more. I didn't mean that he's going to get in the boxing, but it's a great ball from Tomo, backstick. Young Callum's, you know, gambled, second ball, great headed across, and great finish from James. And then I'm claiming an assist for the second because we're convinced he was going to just put it in the box, and I said whip it and try and score back post. And what Lee Whelan can whip it and score back post, and that's what he's done.
And Luciano, there was probably a lot of pressure from fans to see him start today. He didn't get the goal, but he did a lot of great work up at the top, sort of holding things back. And how do you reckon he did today?
Oh, you've done well. Don't think it's pressure from fans. I mean, I'm my own person. I've never relented in terms of I pick teams to win football matches. We've got a great group of players here. Enoch's obviously come on in the last game and done really well. He's done really well since he's been here, but it's a squad game. You know, you only have to see our bench today. The people that never started today for different reasons. We knew it was going to be a physical battle. Enoch doesn't mind the physicality. Callan certainly doesn't mind the physicality. Adam Thomas doesn't. They're all big lads. And I think I've seen somebody in the league or Premier League talk about it yesterday. Sometimes you've got to pick teams as well for when you're defending. You know, because they're a big side. They probably put their biggest side they could out today. And we defended really well as a unit. So if you look at them 3 lads, they can all defend as well, set pieces. So sometimes you've got to look at both ends because we've been getting done and we've been in games, and then we'll have a spell of 10 or 15 minutes where we switch off or a goal from a set piece, and then we lose our way a little bit. And I think it's key that we stay in games. So, you know, just to give you a little bit about the thought process of when we're picking teams.
There was obviously we've got a little mini break again that's coming up now. Is that something that you'd relish, having just had a win, or is that something that's probably come at the wrong time?
Me personally, I haven't had much of a Christmas with the football, so I'm happy to have a few days of rest in terms of the head more than anything else. You know, because the pressure's on. You know, we're all proud people as football managers, and we work really hard to try and do the best we can for our clubs and our players, and give them as much information as we possibly can. So personally, you know, it's good to, I think, a bit of a break. Obviously, a couple of the loans are up. We'll be looking at that. But you know, if the loan lads do return to their clubs, you know what an effort they've done for our football club, and to be able to bring lads of the calibre of the Tom Aitchisons and Christie's, Matty Corrins, Callum Aegis, you know, to be able to bring them to the football club, you know, and for them to perform as well as what they've done, never caused a minute's problems, never missed anything, you know, so them conversations will be happening. We know young Tom's definitely going back to Blackburn, you know, 17 years of age. I don't think it'll be the last we've seen of him somehow. I think the next time in a few years we'll probably see him on the TV. So you know, the main thing for me is we've had the win. We've won away from home, and the lads have done really, really well.
And they've done really well in front of probably the best crowd, I think, home or away this season. How much of an impact do you think that has on the game as it's going on? Because there was like some chanting that was going on for about 15 minutes straight, chanting your name,
Yeah.
players' names. They're just amazing today, the fans.
Fans are unbelievable. As I said, when I was coming off there, you know, that noise, and it reminded me a little bit of Halifax, if I'm honest, but obviously on a smaller scale in terms of numbers, but in terms of volume, very similar. And I've said all along, I've said this week in the press, or I don't know, I think it might have been Stephen Killen's piece, you know, our fans are right behind. They know what we're trying to do. They know how far we've come in such a short space of time over the last 3 years. Yeah, but we're all disappointed when we lose football matches, and we'll say things on social media, but that's football, isn't it? But it's about opinions, and he should play. And if we all try to modify what people wanted, then it'd be a waste of time, you know, supporting football. So I'm a big believer in the supporters having a real point of view. But the main thing for me is they fully understand what we're trying to do, and the support today, incredible. You know, I don't know how many was here, but it was loud. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So have a good night, Neil. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.